HBK, yeah, you know how we went. All I know is.
Oh man, Anthony Davis. One of the most unique talents in the NBA. I see a lot of myself in him. And I can't wait to face him and see if I can get the upper hand. I know I'm still a rookie, but it's the ultimate test to see where my game is at right now. And I live for these moments. So bring it on, Brown.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Hart.
Boys, nice night.
Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. It was just a text. Pondexter comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Gordon.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
So for New Orleans right now, the big men are Anderson and Davis. Norris Cole is out there with Holiday, and it's Pondexter in at the 3 slot. Fires from 14. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Holiday dishes to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Back to Anderson. That's in there. Long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
It is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that, so you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally. And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Pelicans trail by 7. The dish to Cole. .105 left to play in the first quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James, that would probably
6,
change
right.
the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça comes in for Davis, and it's Cunningham in for Drew Holiday. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development.
The pass to Powell. Fires the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Down low, here's Carroll. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Carroll's got his second basket of the night. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Cole. Now the feed to Anderson. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
The first free throw is good, and the Raptors making a change here.
Oh, Drew Holiday.
To Jinsa, and it's Drew Holiday in for Anderson. The Pelicans have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Anthony Davis is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. And it's Cole in at the point.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Here's Carroll. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Davis.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Toronto leading by 7. And here is Joseph. Here's Carroll. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Toronto.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Here's Pondexter. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
We've got 1:08 left here in the second. Now here's Joseph. There's the pick. Feeds it to Valanciunas. He took good advantage of that screen. And now a 12-point Toronto lead.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Pondexter, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The wide open look here for Holiday. And count it from 19 feet away. Holiday's got 5 now. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. And Joseph kicks to Carroll. Pass to Valanciunas. Joseph with the ball. From deep. And that does it for the first half of play. The Raptors out in front, up 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be right back.
26 to 36, 10 points up. So good, so good.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who...
Ah, man.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Kyle Lowry.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kyle Lowry. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad Mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And then my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead.
Dead.
After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. So you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dab, high-fiving the teammates, Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me, announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, Jiminy Crickets. I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good.
Yeah, mate, it's NBA 2K16, the My Career mode.
Vic, gotta go!
And basically, at the moment, my manager's telling me that I need to cut my best friend out of my life to help me play better.
Business.
Because
remember,
apparently he's
that
causing a lot
contract
of
you
trouble.
signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the
Oh yeah, Josh, also let me know, is the quality any good? Because
greatest
obviously it looks
freaking
fine
country
here, but
in the world.
what's it like for you?
Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Well, it's one of the
Tell you about
free games, isn't it? So I thought,
he
screw
has
it, may
a
as well
bad rap.
download it and see what it's like.
It's not, and I understand some of his judgments, might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
I don't normally catch your streams when you're actually streaming. I normally watch them afterwards when you're posting them up. I haven't exactly got a lot. I can't do much. Fuck it. Let's upgrade my jump shooter. Why not? Yeah. Probably ain't got enough of that. I've got enough. Rebounder. Rookie year game number 20 against the Denver Nuggets.
Big homestand coming up. There's nothing better than playing in front of your home crowd, but there's also a certain level of pressure that comes with it. I don't get it done tonight, and that raises the sense of urgency even higher next time.
Can you tell I just couldn't.
So I'm just focused on this game and getting the W for the best fans in the world.
Like and what his name was. That was just like the default name and the default person that come up. I was just like, screw it, that'll do. Oh, he gone. Where'd he go? 4 likes on the stream though. That's cool. 4 comments, whatever that is. 4 comments probably. Yeah, 4 comments. Nobody watching, no.
And I'm at it again. They go that flow, bringing tragedy in.
City Place, a gigantic new residential development here in Toronto. Walking distance from both the sporting arenas. The Raptors look to take charge at the Air Canada Centre here in downtown Toronto. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors winning their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying.
Daryl Arthur. All right. Cool.
And it's Joseph in for Terrence Ross. The Nuggets trail by 3. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Yeah, so out there for the Nuggets right now. Arthur out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Moutier. Then there's Harris. And it's Laverne in at the 5, roaming the paint. Just 5 to shoot. Teardrop shot. That's good. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Outside Lowry. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. There's the 3, and he gets it to go. Lowry's got 5.
And, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season. Miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
He feeds it to Joseph. .105 left in the first quarter.
Opened it up. Dude.
From deep three-point range, no luck. Some solid defense from Harris.
They've been scared.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Joseph. 2 shots.
All right, let's see how it gets on.
The first one falls. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. Nurkic kicks to Chandler. Passes it to Laverne. Lots of room. Good on the jump shot. Laverne's got his second bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Carroll. That one off the back iron and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Raptors lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options.
Let's have a look. Options. Gameplay, I guess.
More and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros. We can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college when that's the best route for an individual player. Nowadays, I think, unfairly so.
Here's Lowry. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Stolen away. Now John Wheeler up the alley-oop attempt there. Now here's Mudiay. DeRozan defending. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooting. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Might stream GTA later on.
Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end too, something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot and the mid-range shot and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
And so he hits both.
They struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but that's changed. They're almost at 85% for the game now.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA ranking. First in field goal percentage, 5th in scoring, and they also show up as a top 5 3-point shooting team. I mean, that's tall cotton there. Elite level marksmanship from behind the arc.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating.
Lowry kicks to Carroll.
And then, not get the ball until you're in,
Raptors moving the ball around. Out left to the wing.
Forward.
11 feet out.
Yeah.
Carroll's got his first points of the night. The Nuggets leading by 9. Chandler to the inside. Arthur Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Giving one away.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Over in the corner, Moutier. Here's Laverne. 8 points for him. Tries again. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Denver.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
Moutier, no good.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And there's the whistle. Foul home on the shot. He'll go to the line. Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen the bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring.
All right, now, gentlemen,
last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. And that one falls for Carroll.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
That one is no good. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Left side Lowry.
Move the ball.
The three.
Too much.
The shot by Carroll, no good. The Nuggets leading by 13. And here's Moutier, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Moutier's got 9. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lowry from outside. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That'll do it for the first half. The Nuggets on top, ending the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Coach, what are the key aspects of your game plan going into the second half based on how that first half played out?
Well, defensively, we got to get stops. We got to get them out the boards and box out. Again, we got to be their aggression with our aggression offensively. And offensively, we can't let the ball stick. We got to get the ball moving and hopping around the horn and make them move their feet.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right.
46-31.
All right, eyes front. That's not what we were looking for in the first half, to say the least. Let's learn from what happened and make the second half a different story.
All right, first thing we have to do is stop putting these guys on the line. We've been way too aggressive. Play in control out there. I know I saw the frustration coming to the surface when we got to the half, but let's keep the focus sharp. And when we get the ball, we can look to start the break if it's there for us. But I don't want to push it just because we have some ground to make up.
31.
All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports, more action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And the approach of that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And most
Raptors trail by 14. So on the floor for Denver. Nurkic is out there with Laverne. Then it's Will
I'm
Barton.
open.
Then there's Harris. And
serious?
it's Chandler in at the three.
Ball. It's sticking too much.
Joseph with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 4 on the clock. Takes the turnaround J. And that's out the
snap.
Till's got his second bucket of the night.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Chandler a screen. Nurkic the pass to Barton. Here's Laverne. No good with the triple. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Carroll with it. Now Chandler defending. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, it's terribly frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half.
The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Yusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
Nurkic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And that one's good. Barton. And the Nuggets lead by 15. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Denver.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And he can't get the first one. Terrell Arthur, who's checked in for the Nuggets. And he sinks the second. 1:16 left to play in the third. Harris dishes to Barton. Inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
The free throw drops for Arthur.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's
some changes for Toronto. Jason Thompson is checked in for Biombo. Freak comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Wright in for Joseph.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Denver.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Gallinari. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Carroll, he's in at power forward. Powell is out there with Wright. Then it's Thompson, and it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jagar Sampson comes in for Laverne, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Wilson Chandler. And he gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 20.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
6 to shoot to the wing right side. Carroll, no one around him. The wing jumper off target. Sampson kicks to Augustine. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This.
Wow. The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Danilo Gallinari.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
He was a beast on the boards tonight, guys. There's nobody else. I think no one in the world that could match his effort on the glass tonight. Emotionally, his rebounding gave them a big lift.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste. And you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing? You know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met? Right?
You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it, right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yeah, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he's our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Zucchini'd. Weird.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
I
think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
Yeah. Cece's kind of not, yeah, she's not really doing her own thing. She's kind of centered around trying to help and stuff. But, yeah, she hasn't really got her own personal life. I don't know where this whole Yvette thing came from, but I didn't, I used to have a girlfriend in this, and just gave me one. So.
I won't bow down to no man.
The Nets. Watching me like Jay-Z watches the Nets.
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest. Pretty excited. Mama, Pops,
Yo, Mr. Kryptonite, how you doing?
They're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in an NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good though.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Living a dream. A Spike Lee dream.
Let's meet the starting line.
Let me just go into my settings real quick. Display message, spectators, comments to speech. Yeah. So does that take it off? Yeah, that takes it off the side. I don't want that. I want to be able to see people's comments. I could just go to view comments here, but
At small forward, Damari Carroll.
ooh, something
At the
tells
other
me
forward
people don't
position,
like Damari.
Patrick Patterson.
And shoot! From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports.
Thomas Robinson.
For Lopez, Thomas Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Freak comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Carroll, he's in at the 4 spot. Corey Joseph is out there at DeRozan. And there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Powell in at the small forward. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Nets.
Okay.
Good on the second free throw. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Carroll with the 3. No good. Excellent D that time from Robinson. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Sloan. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
And here is Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Robinson against Carroll. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
And a moment to see numbers for Joseph, averaging about 7 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, He really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, his skill set is solid. He's a good ball handler. He makes good decisions in playmaking. He's really the ideal backup.
Here's Sloan. Here's Robinson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in this short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. He hits the second from the line. Raptors leading by 7. Pass to Ross. The dish to Powell. Pass to Joseph. For 3, Ross. Robinson pulls it in.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Sloan. Biombo with the block. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. Cross. That's good.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Fast break Toronto. Ball going up court. Here's Joseph. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Yeah. Joseph's got his first points of the game.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Toronto ahead, up by 11. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in this. The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were...
Yeah, that's true. Like you said,
and in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Robinson a screen on Lowry. And Sloan kicks to Robinson. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field against the Boston Celtics.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the defense.
They just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers wasn't happy with how he played. He chipped in his share of points and added 3 rebounds as well. The iron was quite unkind to him as shot after shot ricocheted off the rim. He'll be looking to have a much better time out this contest, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. What do you think held him back?
You know, he certainly didn't seem to have the same level of energy that we're accustomed to seeing. I mean, he just looked a bit fatigued out there.
Yep, mentally and physically. I mean, it wasn't just he was a step slow. He also seemed to get down on himself and lose his energy and enthusiasm and confidence. He needs to find a spark here tonight.
And he's good on the second.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year. And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Kicks to Carroll. There's 1:40 left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And he gets the bucket. And 12 points for Kyle Lowry.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here's the screen. Sloan dishes to Sims. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Joseph, the pass to Carroll. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Here's Sloan. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. At the top of the key, Sims. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
You started straight on that call?
For Brooklyn, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. And so he hits the technical free throw. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Ellington kicks to Robinson. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Sloan, that's good. DeRozan cannot hit. That'll do it for the first half. Raptors lead by 10. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kev. Coach Casey, you head into halftime with a bit of a cushion here. How do you keep up this intensity for the rest of the game?
Well, maintain the disposition. I think we got to have a tough mental disposition against this team because they're going to keep playing. They know how to play the physical game. We did a good job in that half. We've got to maintain that.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
See what the coach has to say about the first half.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play.
The amount of scoring we got from close range was great. Keep looking to make those quick fire entry passes. It's hard to argue with a bunch of layups and 6-footers. I do like how we've been able to draw a lot of contact and get points at the stripe. Let's keep that up. Love to see him have to deal with some foul trouble later on. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track.
That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Let's go get the W.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Nice numbers from Lowry.
New group out there on the floor for the Nets. Toronto leading by 14. So for Toronto right now, Carroll in at power forward. Powell is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Biyombo at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Move the ball.
Ross dishes to Carroll. 5 on the clock. Shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Toronto. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And checking out Brooklyn, just way behind.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
Yeah, it's been ugly. I mean, we knew things were going to have to fall in the perfect place for them to contend, but nothing did.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. The Nets second.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
First free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Carroll hits them both. Nets trail by 16. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Sloan, that's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Powell. Here's Biombo. He dishes it to Ross. Carroll with it. 6 points for him. 34 seconds left in the third. The feed to Joseph. Fires for three, and he gets it to go. Joseph's got his second bucket of the night. 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Sloan. He has 6. He kicks to Sims. Puts up the baby hook and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. 4th foul.
The Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that.
Bogdanovich checked in for Brooklyn. Jack comes in for Donald Sloan. Then for the Raptors, Thompson, he's checked in for Biombo. Freak comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Jarrett Jack is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And then there's Henry Sims. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Nets ball. Substitution for the Nets. Willie Reed. Sean Kilpatrick. The Nets call timeout.
Clock is at 3. Elbow shot is on the way. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And Joseph kicks to Powell. Now Carroll. Missed. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kyle, how big a factor was the defense you guys played tonight?
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to reemphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
It seemed to play out for you, Kyle. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player, Kyle Lowry.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
And that's also going to wrap it up for the stream, guys. Well, for this one at least, I'll maybe posting and maybe streaming some GTA later. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'll see you guys later on. Peace out. Shake 'em and bake 'em, as So Close to Toast would say. But yeah, anyways, guys. I shall see you later. Peace.